Why does the world suddenly show Gaza's starving children after years of ignoring them? And why does Sudan, Congo, and others get total silence? They want you to believe Gaza is the only genocide happening right now. But look deeper. While the world watches Palestine burn, Sudan and Congo are bleeding in silence. Millions starved, displaced, slaughtered, and no cameras, no headlines, no hashtags. Why? Because this is not about humanity. It's about power, profit, and control. The so-called international community, the guardians of human rights, pick and choose whose suffering gets broadcast. They show you starving children in Gaza only when it serves their agenda, only when it fits their script. But Sudan, Congo, forgotten, hidden, silenced. Let me ask you this. Why are millions of Muslims in Sudan deliberately starved, blockaded, bombed, yet the world remains quiet? Why do the minerals of Congo, the cobalt in your phone, the gold in their vaults, matter more than the human beings slaughtered to mine them? Do you know what's happening? Sudan is not just another civil war. It's a Western-engineered destabilization, part of a decades-old blueprint. Former US General Wesley Clark himself admitted the Pentagon had a plan since 2007 to take down 7 Muslim-majority nations.
Right after 9/11, about 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me, and one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you gotta come in. You gotta come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, "I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
Step by step, they've executed this script. Sudan was always on the list. And here's the ugliest truth.